We're at a facility called LH2, which is a sort of sound place where we can do a proper tech of the show. And at this stage now, we're about a week away from performing it at the O2. So we add the lights, the sound, the band.
A couple of bottles of water.
Always, yes, lovely.
What sticks do you want?
I'll have some 5Bs, please, Matt.
And all the elements that make the show the great show that we hope it will be.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you pack away your tents? We're going to go from the interval, please. Set in your tents from the top of Act 2.
We've allowed Laurence, our director, completely free rein to create a totally contemporary Jesus Christ Superstar. And whether it's too contemporary, I don't know yet, but of course, we're very early days. It's not yet lit properly. We're only about 40% there, but it's amazing how quickly these things come together. And from what I'm seeing at the moment, it looks very exciting. The biggest challenge we've probably got, in a way, is the staging of the drama. And that's where I suppose this is a bit different to any other kind of rock tour, because it is a musical theatre staging, but within an arena context.
But the tough economy is pushing people to the brink.
The question remains, are their voices being heard?
The concept arose in conversations with Andrew before Christmas, when we were trying to figure out how to do the thing in an arena. And the conversations were a lot about the Occupy London movement, the recent Arab Spring, the fact that, in a way, you could totally take Tim Rice's lyric and read it as a late 20th, early 21st century essay on the relationship between people in power and the crowd. I then tried to find a symbol, kind of architectural symbol, that could become the stage and that would communicate two worlds, the world of the establishment and the world of the crowd. And the thing about establishments is that people in power always build stairs, they build pyramids, they build things that lift them up so that they can always portray themselves at the top of something with all the peasants down at the bottom.
To put a man to death, we need him crucified, it's all you have to do.
The images of the protesting young people against power and the symbol that we could make architecturally really just became then the form of the show.
He's learning. I think he's had to learn these last few days.
It was Laurence's idea to bring the cross in from the grid so that it was part of the architecture of the stage. And it fit well with my image of the arc of the show being from darkness to light, from the crowd being in the desert, camping, being in Gethsemane, the Last Supper, all those dark scenes, punctuated increasingly frequently with these very strong, brightly lit scenes of the establishment, so that in the end you get to the moment where Jesus is on the cross and he steals the light of the establishment and takes it for himself and gives it to the world, which is the great Christian metaphor.
So Patrick, when you come up, will you start that on blue and then go to this kind of steely green on...
Yes, as he gets there and takes his position.
Perfect.
Well, Patrick Woodruff and I have worked together 3 times now, and he's just amazing at this stuff. He understands the size and the scale of it, and yet he understands the sort of artistry and the sort of delicate stuff that needs putting together.
Unlike a theatre show, everything is on view here. You know, you see the lights, you see the trusses, that's part of our vernacular. And that tells people this is a concert, this is a rock concert as well as a theatrical experience. The interesting things about this hybrid shows are you don't have the specifics of a stage set. So in this version of the show, we have a big screen that tells us where we are, and then we have to suggest that with lighting. And we have to suggest not just where the scene is, but the dynamics. The crucifixion is a really good example. You know, you can do a dramatic crucifixion in an arena because you take every one of your 120 lights and it's this majestic, huge statement. But more difficult to make a delicate moment where in the theatre you would have a little back 3/4 light and a soft dapple on somebody's face and a little bit of light in the backdrop and you've told the story. You do that in the O2, it just looks rather weedy. So in a way that's the challenge in these things, is the dynamics between the big spectacle and the small, poignant moments.
Okay, sorry, Ben, we're really not going to just leave you up here. So,